readers, it's Kaitlyn and I'm back with some recommendations. This week I'm talking about Romantasy. Now, it's a subgenre of fantasy that blends both fantasy elements and romance elements. So there's going to be the fantasy world building and then the relationship of romance kind of paired together in equal consideration. The first book I had to recommend to you is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. It follows Farah, who kills a wolf and then is dragged into a magical realm by a beast. Only she learns this beast is actually a fairy named Tamlin. As the story develops, the two develop a relationship despite their unlikely beginnings. Through this, they also learn that there's a threat looming on the horizon that is going to take down Tamlin's world, and Farah must figure out how to solve this before it gets too far ahead of them. The second recommendation is The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Now, this is a really popular title in the Romantasy world, and it follows Violet, who wants to lead a quiet life in the Scribe quadrant, only she's thrust into the really competitive quadrant of the Dragon Riders. The Dragon Riders quadrant has a ruthless wing leader known as Xaden, and the two don't really get along too well. There's a threat on the horizon though, and war is coming closer, so they must work together to figure out how to solve the situation. The third book I had to recommend is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This follows Poppy, who is selected to be a maiden from birth, and as a maiden, she's forced into permanent solitude. There enters a guard named Hawk who is there to ensure this happens, but it actually makes Poppy realize that she doesn't want to be a maiden. In the background, there's also a Forsaken Kingdom that is starting to uprise again. And the situation just gets real crazy because the gods that protect the kingdom that Poppy is supposed to be a maiden of aren't too happy with her potential decision to not become a maiden. The last book I have to recommend to you today is Silver Elite by Dani Francis. Now, this is a great romantasy read if you're also a fan of dystopian fiction. It follows Ren, who has these psychic abilities and is known as a modified. In her world, modified are hunted down. In a kind of thoughtlessness action, Ren exposes her skilled huntsmanship and is actually forced into an elite division that hunts people like Ren. In this division, there's a leader known as Cross, and he's not too fond of Ren at the beginning, but as the story develops, there might be something bubbling between the two. If you like these recommendations, check out more at the library. We have plenty for you. You can also learn more on our library website.